Hello out there. So I was communicating with somebody earlier, and we got talking about things, as you often do. Sometimes you talk about stuff, sometimes you talk about other stuff or other things. But we were talking, and I was reminded of my 21st birthday. And hello, Resident Ray. Um, so, and of course, being my 21st birthday, this is one of those stories that starts with while I was in college. So there it was, 1824, and it was my birthday. And we decided we were going to have a party that night. We got some booze, and that afternoon, me and my roommate Bob and one of our suite mates, Ken, we decided to start tasting some of the booze. And we sat there. We had a bottle of some kind of whiskey, and we had some peppermint schnapps, and we got some soda from the vending machine. And we thought, let's just have a couple of drinks. And we sat there and we started experimenting with the whiskey, the soda, the schnapps, making various combinations. And by the time we got done, we had two empty bottles of with a bottle of whiskey, a bottle of schnapps, and three guys who were probably no longer fit to be seen in public. But we realized, hey, we just drank all this booze and we're supposed to be having company tonight for Muck's party. So we went to the liquor store to get some more of something or other. I don't know what we bought at this time, whether we got more whiskey and schnapps, who knows. But the liquor store was right next to this bar where we all went on a regular basis. It was called the Swickley Hotel. I don't know if it's still there or not, but we went in, figured we'd get our traditional pitcher of beer. I remember at the time you could get a pitcher of beer for $2. So that's what we used to do. We go walking in. My roommate Bob goes, "Hey, it's Muck's birthday." And the bartender says, "Oh, how old are you?" Now, I was still sober enough to realize that if I told this guy today's my 21st birthday, he's going to say, "Well, you guys have been coming in here for at least a year," which would have been illegal. So we told him 22, 23, something like that. We had some beers and we go back to school and we're in Bob's car. Me and Bob are up front. Ken's in the back, passed out in the back seat. And when we get to the college, there's an intersection. You come up and you got to turn left and go up the drive up to the college. Well, Bob, being Bob, decides to make a left right into a car coming in the opposite direction. Car's all smashed up. The other guy's car's all smashed up. I know me and Bob got out. Ken's still passed out in the back. He has no idea. Um, and the cops come. Meanwhile, this guy in the other car, I remember he just kept going, "Look what you did to my car! Look what you did to my car!" And the cop comes. Now you got to remember, again, this was 130 years ago. Drunk driving was treated differently back then. So the cop comes, he takes information, he talks to Bob, and Bob is totally loaded. He talks to the guy in the other car who's very upset for some reason. Then the cop comes to me And I was doing one of those things where you're trying to pretend you're sober, but obviously anybody talking to you knows you're not sober. But I'm like saying to the cop, "Oh, you see, officer, we were headed north, and the other fellow was headed west." And, but anyway, the cop says to me, he goes, "Do you think you could handle driving car up into the college?" And I'm like, "Yeah, officer, I can." And obviously, the only reason he let me do that is because we were right there at the entrance to the college. So, and Bob, his like one right fender's totally torn off and stuff. And we go up. Meanwhile, found out then that as we were down there in that intersection, some girls from college had driven by and seen us there, and they saw Bob talking to the cop and me standing there, and that guy from the other car going, "Look what they did to my car." And they saw Ken in the back seat. So by the time we got to school, the story was all over campus that Ken was killed in a car accident, which I bring that up because I remember a couple years later telling this story. And I said about it, and we went up, and someone said, "What happened to Ken?" And I started laughing and said, "Oh, he died." And people looked at me a little strange for some reason. But anyway, that was my 21st birthday. It kind of got spoiled a little bit by wrecking the car and all that. And I remember the party was canceled, and I went to this girl's room, and she played the Beatles, "So It's Your Birthday" for me and stuff. And we had a private celebration, so that was okay. So anyway, that's what I thought I'd tell you. It's the story of my 21st birthday. And now along the way, here's part two. This is, you notice the thing says birthday story and adventures in ChatGBT, because I thought I'll do a thumbnail of a birthday cake. And I was just going to Google a birthday cake. And then I thought, oh, I'll go to ChatGBT and say, "Hey, give me a picture of a birthday cake and have a design of a wrecked car." So I want to show you what I just went through getting my thumbnail with ChatGPT. Let me bring this up on here. Okay. Hopefully you'll be able to see this okay. Let me go over there so I can read. And what I did was originally I said, "Give me a picture, 21st birthday cake with a wrecked car." And it gave me a couple of choices. You might be able to see them here. This one very humorously says, "I saved money in my car insurance." This one here, kind of shows a car wreck and that, but I think that says "Happy seventh birthday, Brenda" or something on it. This one's even worse. It looks like it's made for a 5-year-old. Another one. So I was like, no, that's no good. And I looked at their little, things here of how you, and I highlighted some and I tried again and it gave me these cakes then. We got this one here that says Ella on it. And okay, here's one that says 21. It's got a car. It kind of looks like me hanging out the window there. Uh, but this one is for Anne Marie for some reason. Then we got another one over here for Ella. This one, I almost use this one because it just says "Happy Birthday 21." But I thought, nah, I'll try again. And so, again, okay, yeah, this says make it classy and put "Happy Birthday Muck" on there. And let's see, we got this. We got "Happy Birthday," nothing about Muck. We got this. It says "Don't DUI" on it and shows a dead body that's bigger than the car. And there's that fucking Ella again for some reason. And There's it now. So at this point, I don't know if it says, but I finally said to it, I said, "Hey, ChatGBT, can you just fucking give me what I wanted?" Uh, okay, that was after these three here. I won't bother to point them out. And ChatGPT, that's what I said. Oh, there it is. It says, "You're useless, ChatGPT. Can't you follow fucking directions?" I'm sure I said that. It edited me. And it says, "Hey, you're right to be annoyed. You gave clear direction and I didn't produce." So then it tried again and yeah. Oh, yeah, it screwed up again, obviously, because I put just give me a fucking picture of what I want, not a cake for Ella or some 5-year-old. Hey, it finally came up with the one that I used. So anyway, that's adventures in birthday and adventures in trying to get ChatGBT. But I thought it was kind of interesting when I said, "Hey, you're fucking useless," and it said, "You're absolutely right." Anyway, that's all I got.